Alright guys, I'm back with a new video. My name's Jason and thanks for watching. Right here I have the ALLPOWERS Lithium solar generator. This solar generator has 372 watt hours of storage. A lot of my previous other builds have been DIY projects that have been pretty complicated, and I've had people reach out directly saying, hey, I'm not comfortable building like that. Would you recommend something that we could just purchase right off the shelf? Well, ALLPOWERS sent this out for review, and after checking it out and doing some thorough testing, I feel like that this solar generator would fill that void. I want to recommend this solar generator for someone that doesn't feel comfortable building their own, but they just want to go out and buy something that could help them with their camping needs or even emergency preparedness. So what I want to do is bring the camera in a little bit closer so you guys can see all the details of this ALLPOWERS solar generator. Okay, let's go ahead and show you a little bit more features of this ALLPOWERS solar generator. The first thing I want to talk about is it comes with this wall adapter. This is a 60 watt AC to DC charger that you can plug into the side to charge the box. We'll start at the top. Looking at the top, you can see that it has the wireless cell phone charging. You just place your cell phone here if it supports wireless charging and it will charge your cell phone. There's also this really nice durable handle with a rubber grip that kind of just helps it from slipping out of your hands. First thing that you see on this unit is it kind of has a two-tone color. I really like the silver look that they put around the battery casing. This is aluminum, and this is a really durable ABS plastic. Starting at the top, you can see that there's two AC outlets. These AC outlets are powered on by pushing this AC button and holding it. And then you turn on the 300 watt pure sine wave inverter. The inverter has a 4 watt parasitic drain, so you don't want to leave this on unless you're using it. 4 watts isn't horrible, but what's really nice is the display will tell you the percentage of the battery. I just got done running this, so it's at 25%, and it'll give you an estimated time. So at 4 watts, it'll estimate that it lasts for 15 hours and 16 hours and 30 minutes. It just gives you a little bit of an idea of how long the battery is going to last at this current usage. Let's go ahead and turn off the AC adapter. The next button here is the DC button. This just turns on and off the USB ports. So if you want to turn on the USB ports, you just go ahead and push that. And this button here is the way you turn on the wireless charging. So if you tap it, that turns on the wireless charging. And if you hold it down, you gotta wait for a minute, you'll see this Bluetooth icon. This has built-in Bluetooth, and there's an app that you can download and install for iOS or Android. I just updated my phone to Android 11, so the Android app didn't work, but I'm guessing it's just because it's a brand new operating system. It has been optimized for it. Just a long hold will turn off the Bluetooth for the device, and then a tap will turn off the wireless charger. I really like these two flood LEDs as well. You can just turn them on, they're really bright. The last thing to point out on the front is you can remove these two little screws, and there's 2 fuses in here that are 30 amp fuses. So yeah, that's a good overview of the front of the unit. So let me go ahead and give you some dimensions of this unit. 6 3/4 inches tall, 8 1/4 inches wide, a little over 4 inches deep. I'm putting it on the scale, it comes in about 8 pounds, it's 7.8 pounds. Considering my other battery box, my lead acid battery box with a little bit less power than this, weighs almost 30 pounds. That is awesome. Okay, so looking at the side of the unit, you can see there is a DC port, 12 volt socket that allows you to run 12 volt appliances, fridges, things like that. And then for charging, you have 2 inputs. You have a barrel connector, which is what comes with the wall adapter. And also you can get a solar kit that you can plug in here, either a 50 watt or 100 watt solar panel array. Plugging in here allows you to use the 60 watt MPPT solar charge controller. So it seems to be limited at 60 watts. I was not able to get it to go above 60 watts. So it seems to be a safety feature. Looking at this side of the battery box, you can see that there's 2 barrel connectors for DC outputs, and also you have 3 USB-A ports and 1 USB-C. So you got plenty of options to charge your portable electronics and run a little bit more DC output if you'd like to. Okay, so let's go ahead and start charging it. This is with the wall charger that comes with it. And you can see as it plugs in the wall, it'll adjust for how many watts are coming in. Usually gets up to about 56 or 57 watts total. And then once that's charging here, it'll give you an estimated time left to charge. So you just got to give it a couple minutes for it to settle, and then this will give you the estimated time. They say it's about 6 hours if you completely deplete the battery. So I'm guessing it's going to be around 5 hours and 30 minutes to get a full charge out of this, being at 25% left. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and take this outside and I'll show you what it's like to charge it on the solar panels. Okay, so I'm outside. I took out the solar generator and also this ALLPOWERS 100 watt folding solar panel. So you can see here that it does hook up with MC4 connectors. The solar panel comes with MC4 connectors, so you can just use that. That's a standard solar connection. It comes with this cable that plugs into the AndersonPowerPole on the side of the unit. So technically you could use any solar panel that you'd want. But ALLPOWERS does have this 100 watt folding solar panel and also this cable that are available that just allow it to plug in very easily. Plugging into the sun, we're getting 60 watts. The MPPT solar charge controller is limited at 60 watts total. This is a 100 watt panel, so I guess you could look at it as even under slightly cloudy or hazy conditions, you will still get the max 60 watt output. Some people may view that as a waste of power, but it's always good to overcompensate with your solar panels. Okay, I thought it'd be helpful to show you what was on the screen while it's charging via solar. You can see that it says 55 watts in, percentage here of the battery 96%, and the estimated time of 22 minutes left to charge. I have let it been sitting, and it looks like as the capacity nears the top, the output of the MPPT solar charge controller will go down slightly because it was pushing 60 and 59 watts earlier. Okay, so I thought I'd briefly show you this ALLPOWERS 100 folding watt solar panel. You can see it's got this really nice handle on the top. They do have these snaps, metal snaps, to keep it shut. There are some tie points if you wanted to maybe hang it up with something at the proper angle, or if it just keep it from blowing away in the wind, I suppose. But yeah, you can see that it's a fairly large size, but because it's so thin, you can see how thin the profile is. It's very lightweight. On the back here you have a Velcro pocket that has the two MC4 connectors, so positive, negative. You just plug those into your wires and you're good to go. And then it folds nicely back in there and you can Velcro it shut. Okay, so I'm currently running my studio lights on this, pulling about 62 watts on the inverter. I'm going to go ahead and plug in my Makita tool charger. See what that pulls. And now it's pulling about 129 watts. Still holding, nothing's flickering, everything looks good. Let's see what else I can plug into here. Maybe I can get a little bit bigger load. I want to try to get closer to 300 watts. Okay, so I have this old school blender. AC motor is a perfect test for a pure sine wave inverter because we'll tell if it's running well, if it sounds normal. So this is a good test. I'm going to go ahead and put it on low. We're going to see how many watts. I will turn the sound down, but just keep an eye on this wattage here. Okay, well, it definitely pulled up to 300 watts. When I put it on this shake mode on high, it cut out because it was pushing about 320 watts. So I definitely give it the approval of a 300 watt pure sine wave inverter. Okay, I thought I'd give it a test to run my gaming rig, my editing PC. So I have 3 monitors, and running all 3 monitors plus my Intel i7-4790 and my 1080 GPU. At idle, it's sitting at 180 watts. If I go ahead and open up a couple browsers, see, spike to 230, should be around 260. So It does run this PC. Haven't noticed any issues, so the pure sine wave inverter is working. The fan is running just because it's on the upper limits. But yeah, you can see I have an hour and 28 minutes runtime at this usage. So, you know, that would allow me to get a lot of things done if I needed to check email, things like that. Okay, so I just want to point out a few cool details that I found in the manual here. The manual actually provides this page that it gives you kind of a runtime on these devices listed. So look at this. I thought this was pretty cool. You can charge your cell phone up to 60 times, well, 60 to 65 times on this battery box. Recharge your laptop 5 to 6 times. And also, if you're going to be running, 120 watts here, you can run it up to 2.5 to 3 hours. Pretty good that they included this in the manual so that you can get a feel for how much you can use it. And one other thing I want to point out in the manual, you can see that you never want to take it under 20% capacity. So lithium-ion batteries aren't designed to go down to 0% capacity. So just remember, to get this 500 time cycles out of this, you'd want to only go to 20% capacity. Okay, so I just wanted to see how long this ALLPOWERS solar generator would run a 12-volt compressor fridge. So if you've seen my previous videos, I have this ICECO VL45. It's one of the most efficient fridges I've tested. Just giving you a little bit of background before the test results. My basement was 73 degrees Fahrenheit ambient temperature. I had the fridge set at 39 degrees for the inside temperature, and I had about 25 cans in there to just equalize and keep everything from swinging too far. I did power the fridge on AC power to get it equalized, and then when everything was just sitting in normal after about an hour, I unplugged it and plugged it into the ALLPOWERS solar generator. Running just off the solar generator, the VL45 ran for 45 hours. It was about 44 hours and 58 minutes or something. It was pretty close to 45 hours. Pretty impressed with that result. I'll throw some details up on the screen here. Basically, the compressor would turn on, it would pull 33 watts, and it would run for 8 minutes, and then it would sit idle for 54 minutes, and then run again for 8 minutes, sit idle for 54 minutes, and you can just see that on the screenshot there. But pretty awesome. I would definitely recommend, if you're wanting to run a 12-volt compressor fridge and you just want to buy a great battery that will work well, this will do it for you. Great affordable option. Okay, well, thanks for sticking to the end of the video here. Basically, we were able to go over some of the testing of this. We went over all the features, and the last thing I want to talk about is maybe a downside that I saw with this unit. The only thing that I see as a downside would be the limit of charging at 60 watts. So the 60 watt charge limit for the MPPT solar charge controller, and also with the built-in adapter being at 60 watts. I just see that as maybe just a downside, because you may be able to purchase something a little bit more expensive and get a higher charge rate. Now, that's not something that cripples this unit at all. I feel that this is priced at an amazing price for what it is. And that's kind of what I want to talk about next, is some of maybe the similar products on the market that may be a little bit more expensive. You have the Jackery 300, which comes in at $350. This is currently priced on Amazon at $250. So the Jackery 300, having less storage, is $100 more than the EC unit. The next one would be the Goal Zero Yeti 400, which has a little bit more storage than this, but is priced at $450, so $200 more than this one. And then you have the Blue Yeti EB40 that has 400 watt hours of storage, that is priced at $369, so still over $100 more than this unit. You got to remember these units all have additional accessories that you have to buy, like solar panels and adapters. So with this one here, the adapters that are available are the barrel, the 12-volt barrel charger that has MC4 connectors, and also the AndersonPowerPole that has the MC4 connectors. Now, you can build these cables yourself, just with AndersonPowerPole that plugs into the side of the unit, and just connecting it up to your solar panels. And also the ALLPOWERS folding 100 watt solar panel. I feel like this is a great purchase that would go along with this. This is very lightweight, yet it provides all the power you need. Remember, this is limited at 60 watts. So if you bought a 50 watt panel, you probably wouldn't ever hit the 60 watts even in perfect conditions, obviously wouldn't hit it, but you'd probably be hazy or cloudy. You're going to see way under 50 watts. So if you overcompensate with your solar panels, you will most likely hit the 60 watts a lot more, and make sure you get this charge as fast as possible. Now, in conclusion, for the price, I feel that this ALLPOWERS solar generator is definitely worth it. Being a $250 price point, you can't really go wrong with that. And I feel that if someone's really wanting to buy something off the shelf, this would probably be something I'd recommend versus a DIY option that may be a lot more complicated to build. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about this product, let me know in the comment section below. I'm happy to answer any questions. I hope you guys like this new video format. It's something new for me, and hopefully it's something exciting for you guys. So I appreciate you guys watching the video. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Oh, it's a good boy. This is my dog, Yeti. Smile for the camera, Yeti. Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, good boy. He's a good boy.